welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and on today's program, we will welcome from the Woodward School here in Quincy, the headmaster, Alex McGay, and Gretchen Peterson. She is the assistant head of school for teaching and learning at Woodward. First, though, as always, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, we have some sunshine through the clouds out there. It's 56 degrees right now. I think the clouds will increase throughout the day today, but a high around 60. It will stay dry today. Cloudy this evening as lows drop off into the mid-40s. Looks kind of a gray, damp last weekend of April coming up. Tomorrow we've got showers mostly in the afternoon with a high only 53 degrees. Morning showers on Sunday, maybe some afternoon thunderstorms on Sunday with a high only into the mid-50s. Monday could start off a little gray for May Day, but then turn sunny and pleasant with highs Monday into the upper 60s. Again, partly sunny, 56 degrees in Quincy right now. Checking news for you today, City of Quincy will test out a proposed city-owned internet service later this year. The City Council earlier this week approved the creation of a municipal broadband enterprise fund, which is the next step in getting a city-owned internet service up and running. Ward 3 Councilor Ian Kane has been working on the idea for the past 5 years. He says it's time to test it out in parts of Quincy Point and Marymount.
We live in a day where everyone is on their phones and on the internet constantly, whether for work or for school. And this is really an opportunity to level the playing field for all types of socioeconomic classes and truly playing with the term equity, especially in a digital context, allowing for people to participate in the digital economy. So today, this is just a procedural sort of administrative measure to form what will govern the municipal broadband system for the city, similar to the water and sewer department, where we have enterprise funds that govern the revenues and the costs that are associated with managing those departments. So right now, we're currently going through feasibility and engineering studies, which will hopefully be ready over the next 2 months. So we'll look forward to coming back to the council with a financial request for 1 to 2 pilot areas in the city.
Kane says the plan is still in the engineering phase. He will provide an update later this year. Mayor Thomas Koch says that a city-owned internet service would require a subscription rate of at least 60% in order to be economically feasible. Cost estimates for creating the new service citywide range in the area of $75 million. Representatives of the CVS stores on Quincy Shore Drive and the Southern Artery in Quincy are working with the city to address multiple concerns. City Council President Noel DeBona says officials from both stores appeared before the council this week.
I have to give a lot of credit to Councilor Harris for bringing this about, and then allowing the folks, the field reps, the attorneys, and the store managers to come in. So all 4 of them came in last night and talked about how they were willing to work with us. Unfortunately, in their situation, they have landlords. So they have to go through the landlord to allow the process of getting onto the property and doing fences over and cleaning up. I suggested that we do, I suggested every 3 months, every season, is to have a written update to the council. And the attorney will do that for us. Obviously, we'd like to have a monthly update and like to see if these things are in order, but we have to work with all 3 parties, which is the landlord of the property, the CVS corporation and attorneys, and then our counselors. So Councilor Harris did a great job with moving this, and within 4 weeks, we had them in the council chambers, answering questions that we had towards them.
Ward 6 Councilor William Harris raised concerns about rodents, traffic, and a dilapidated fence at the Quincy Shore Drive CVS. And Ward 1 Councilor Dave McCarthy expressed concerns about hypodermic needles and trash behind the Southern Artery store. DeBona said officials from both stores will provide an update on how they're addressing those concerns later this year. Quincy Ward 5 City Councilor Chuck Phelan is not seeking re-election this year. Phelan announced his decision during this week's City Council meeting.
I just want to let everyone know that I'm going to be not seeking a third term on the city council. That will end a 14-year career if you put both together. So I've decided that I will not be seeking, and I want to just say that it's been a great honor and privilege, and I'll talk more about it when December comes around, because I'll stay till the end and fulfill my term that I put my hand up and said I would. So I'm going to stay and finish out the year. But after that, I will be, I will not be returning. But it's been a great honor and privilege to serve with all the men and women who go to the city council. I think of some of the old councils I served with and the new ones. And the one thing I have always seen is the tremendous care, and that everyone here has the best interests of the city at heart.
Phelan has served most recently for the past 4 years, but also served on the City Council from 1988 to 1996. He was also the city's Chief Information Technology Officer from 1997 to 2002 and 2008 to 2018. He also worked for Norfolk County from 2002 to 2008. He is currently the chair of the City Council's Finance Committee. Phelan's father-in-law, former Ward 3 City Councilor Jack Lydon, recently passed away. All 9 City Councilor seats and the mayor's seat are all up for re-election this year, along with 3 seats on the Quincy School Committee. Well, 5 Quincy police officers have been promoted. During a ceremony at City Hall yesterday, promotions were granted to now Lieutenants William Ward and James Green, and now Sergeants Evan Sorgi, Matthew Benvey, and William Lannergan. City Clerk Nicole Crispo administered the oath of office to each officer, and Police Chief Paul Keenan and Mayor Thomas Koch offered their congratulations to the officers and their families. All of the officers have at least 10 years of service with the department. Lannergan is in his 20th year. Each officer also has different extra duties, including serving with the motorcycle unit, the bicycle unit, the SWAT team, and the anti-crime unit. Well, a group of Quincy High School students and staff spent their spring break last week on a whirlwind tour of Europe. The group visited Paris, France, and Milan, Rome, and Sorrento in Italy. Among the many highlights, the trip included visits to the Eiffel Tower, the Notre Dame Cathedral, Milan's famous fashion districts, the La Scala Opera House, the Colosseum, Vatican City, Pompeii, and even the island of Capri. Social studies teachers Jane Lundquist and Megan Matthews served as the trip's leaders, along with chaperones and family members. Students had an opportunity to study and explore European history, art, and architecture. It's our check of news for you today. Coming up, we learn what's new at the Woodward School here in Quincy. That's next. Welcome back. It's been over a year since we checked in with the headmaster at the Woodward School, Alex McGay, so he's back and he's brought a visitor with him, the assistant headmaster for teaching and learning, Gretchen Peterson. So welcome to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, great to have you both here. Alex, good to see you again.
Likewise.
Yeah, Gretchen, nice to meet you for the first time, but hopefully not the last.
Right.
It was over a year, Alex, since you've last been here. I know a lot has changed in that past year, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it is good. And you were just kind of just emerging from the pandemic at that time. Now, would you say it's pretty much full steam ahead?
Feels back to normal. And it's been a great school year so far, and things are going really well.
Yeah, that's good. We're coming to the end of it, actually, right, for this year?
That's right.
Yeah.
We have a lot of events in the spring, so things really go fast.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of those things coming up, including the production of The Lion King, a fundraiser this weekend. But why don't we start first with how many kids are going to Woodward School, Alex?
Well, we have 50 students this year, and we've had a lot of excitement around admissions this year. We've had a lot of families in the building. A lot of students have done shadow days. So if a student's thinking about coming to Woodward, they can come to school for a day, and we partner them with someone, their grade, and they get to go to classes and see what it's like, have lunch with the kids, and really get to experience Woodward at its best.
Yeah, 6 through 12 still, right?
Yep.
Grade level 6 through 12, and it's for folks who don't know, it's a private all-girls school, right?
That's right.
A little bit of history of Woodward, if you could, just briefly.
Oh, well, people know the Adams family in Quincy, of course, and John and Abigail left their estate to fund an all-boys school. And Ebenezer Woodward, the younger cousin of John Adams, kind of followed in the same footsteps, where him and his wife, Mary Greenleaf Woodward, they left their estate to fund an all-girls school across the street from Adams Academy.
Right, in the late 1800s, is that right?
That's right,
Yeah.
1894,
Okay.
and we're still going strong.
Okay, so you're coming up on a pretty special anniversary next year, right? In
That's right.
2024. Yeah.
Next school year will be our 130th anniversary.
Yeah. Any plans you can give us a little glimpse of?
Oh,
or-
we got a lot of plans
All
in
right.
the works, but with more information on that to come
All right.
soon.
We'll stay current for now. How
Yeah.
long have you actually been headmaster now?
This is my second year.
Okay.
Yeah,
How's it been going?
it's great.
Is it?
Especially this year because Gretchen's here.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So you're new to
Sure.
the school?
I am.
You
It's
are?
my first year.
Welcome.
Yes, yes, thank you. It's been such a great place to be. Really exciting. So.
Yeah, let's hear about your story, how you arrived here.
Sure. So I had been working at a school in West Newton
Oh.
for special needs students, and worked there with Alex actually.
Oh.
And then he presented an opportunity to me, and I couldn't pass it up. Great school, and similar in some ways to where I was working, just in terms of the small class sizes,
Yes.
and really taking a look at students as a whole,
Yeah.
not just focusing on academics, but other parts.
Okay. So what are some of your duties, responsibilities, your role at Woodward?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I not only am the assistant head of school, but I also teach an English class this year.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good.
But I also supervise the teaching staff. So I set up supervision with them every couple of weeks, just to really help support them to be the best they can be, so our students can receive the best education that they can
Sure.
within the school.
Had you heard of Woodward prior, Gretchen?
I hadn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's new to you.
Yeah.
Very good. How's it been so far?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
The students are fantastic. We have a really great team of staff and teachers to work with,
Yeah.
and it's just a really positive, energetic
Is this a
place.
new position, Alex, that was created, or is
It is a new
position?
position.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And it's going really well. Our faculty, it's tough being a teacher, and sometimes you feel like you're on an island, you
Right.
know. And it's really helpful when you have someone that you can bounce ideas off, and you can troubleshoot with, and that's there to support you. And it's one of the best forms of professional development that you can have.
Yeah, and I would think also it improves the relationship between the teacher and the administrative staff. When you have somebody such as Gretchen on staff, they can go directly to, with any concerns that they have.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I know that administrators get kind of busy with meetings and phone calls and
That can
things.
happen.
So it's hard. It's hard, to find time. So
Yeah.
to have
Right.
somebody like Gretchen in that role to serve as a mediator. So well, welcome. And I
Yeah,
hope it
thank you
works
so
out for
much.
you. So let's talk a little bit about how many kids go to Woodward now and how many you'd like to go.
Yeah, well, currently we have 50 students.
Okay.
And enrollment has been crazy. Our
Yeah.
admissions team has been fielding a lot of calls and inquiries from families from Quincy and from towns on the South Shore and Boston. And we are far ahead of where we were a year ago. We've
Okay.
had a lot of, we've enrolled 20 students for next year, and we're anticipating opening around 60 next
Okay.
year. And we plan to, continue to grow it back to, the way it was. And some of the ways that we've grown the school, Jenny Donegan, our director of enrollment, has been incredible in her role, cultivating relationships with families. We updated our website this past summer, and we've done all new admissions materials, and we've been everywhere for admissions fairs. So we've been talking with a lot of families, and then they will come in for a tour, and then if it seems like a good fit, for them and for us, we invite them to come in for a shadow day and be able to, go to class for a day.
And would you say it's growth at all grade levels, or at the younger levels, or mid?
Well, we've had applicants and students accepted into most grades.
Okay.
The biggest entry points are grades 7 and grade 9.
Really? Okay. Do you know why that might be?
Well, going into high school,
Yeah.
Kids from middle schools
see.
will are often looking for high schools, and that middle school, for some reason, grade 7 is the big entry point.
Okay.
But we have a lot of grade 6s coming in as well, and some grade 8s as well.
Okay, and you're not full by any means, right?
No,
There's
still space,
still capacity,
and
yeah?
we're still accepting applications for the fall.
For the fall, okay.
Yeah, and so some families are just getting started now. Others had started back in the fall, and that's okay. Whatever works for families.
Sure. And is it totally in person now, Alex? There's no more remote options?
Yep, all
Okay.
in person. Yep.
Okay, very good. Yeah, let's put that behind us,
Thankfully.
right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's graduation season. I know we didn't have it on our list, but tell me about the graduation ceremony this year.
Well, it's a really special day. We have our graduation at the Church of the President.
Yes.
And it's a great opportunity. We've been having our graduations there for years, and families really enjoy having that ceremony in such a historic place.
Speaking of the Adamses, right?
That's
right
right.
downstairs, yeah.
That's right.
I won't put you on the spot and ask you the date, but is there a special speaker or guest performance?
It's all in-house.
In-house.
And so we have students that speak,
Yeah.
and,
Oh, okay.
and administrators, and it's a real special day.
Yeah, fun. I know the girls look forward to it every year. It was sad when they couldn't do it in person.
I know.
In 2020.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it'll be. Did some of them come back afterwards?
They did,
Yeah.
yeah. It's always fun to see them. We have a senior dinner every spring just
yes.
before graduation, and so the students from the previous years that missed out came back, and we were able to give them a Woodward pin to make them an official alumni.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Summer school is not what you think of as summer school at Woodward School, right, Gretchen?
That's correct.
Yeah, it's just a completely different option for the Woodward Summer Institute. This will be the third year. This will be your first year.
Right.
Yeah, but what's
Yes.
it all about?
Yeah, so we have a fantastic Summer Institute. It begins June 26th, and there's 3 two-week sessions. So the end date would be August 4th. And we really focus on more STEAM-related topics. So we have cooking, STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. So we have some cooking classes. We have a local pastry chef who's going to be joining us this summer.
Fun.
We have art class. We have computer classes where they're going to be doing 3D printing and podcasting. We also have theater for them. So there's a wide variety of different topics and subjects that students can participate in, and then they can change every 2 weeks if they choose to do that. And at the end of the 2 weeks, there's a showcase day where students can really sort of outline what they did over the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So if they cooked something, they can share it with folks and put on a performance from the theater group. So it's a lot of fun.
As I said before, it's not the summer school that I know. It's more like
Right.
camp.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And the unique thing about it is it's for younger students, and it's not just for Woodward students.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it is still focused on all girls.
Okay.
But the ages are from 8 to 17, and students do not have to be Woodward students to participate.
Yeah, which
So,
is quite unique, actually.
yeah.
So, and it's right at the school.
It's at the school.
So you have things like 3D printers. You have
We do.
You have a kitchenette. You have
Yes.
a podcasting studio. So you
That's
have all
right.
those things.
We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why not go?
That's right.
How do students enroll for that?
Sure. There's registration through our website.
Okay. And pay through the website as well?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And it's an all-day class every day, right? Pretty much.
It is from
Yeah.
8:30 to 3:30.
That's great.
And then we have optional extended times
Sure.
from 8 to 5.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have other volunteer opportunities or staff volunteer opportunities for Summer Institute?
So we do have some students who participate as sort of co-leaders in some of the
like
groups.
the older girls.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And then we do have a couple of our staff that will be teaching some of the classes too. So.
Okay. All right. So get some leadership skills too while they're
right.
enjoying some of these different activities.
Absolutely.
Fun. I'm going to go back to summer school if it were like this. That sounds
Right.
like a lot of fun. Alex, last time you were here, we talked about impact learning. This was something that you were just rolling out at the time.
Yes.
How is it going?
Well, it went really well.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking. So our seniors have always had opportunities to do internships at the end of the year.
Yep.
We wanted to create opportunities for all our high school students to try out a career-focused internship so it can help them figure out what they want to learn in college, what they want to do for a career, and develop skills to support that. And so this year we had it in the middle of the school year.
Okay.
And kids had the opportunity to go out to a business or an organization and work with them for 2 weeks during the school year. Mm-hmm. So instead of coming to class, they were going to MIT or Reebok or law firms downtown. And some of our students that weren't quite ready to go to another site, we had some internship opportunities on campus. Mm-hmm. And they had a publishing course, so they were learning how to, write and interview people, how to develop publications and format text, and they created, some literature. It was really cool. At the end of this 2-week period, we had a symposium, and we offered opportunities for families to come in, as well as business owners or organizations to come in and see their interns and hear what they have to say about their experience. And it was very positive. So we're looking forward to bringing it back next year, a year wiser and with more opportunities. We've had, a lot of interest for businesses and organizations in Quincy that want to host, a Woodward intern, and it's really exciting to see the program grow.
Yeah. What grade levels is Impact Learning?
Yeah, the upper school, so grades 9 through 12.
9 through 12. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Interesting. And it's not voluntarily, right? It's
mandatory.
They have to participate.
You
in
gotta
this.
go to work.
Yeah.
And it's career focused, so we really want them to focus on what they think they want to be when they grow up. And it's hard for a kid to know that, right? But if you try something and it's not what you want to do, next year you have the opportunity to try something else.
That's part of the learning process,
Yeah.
right? Is figuring out what you don't want to do.
And the whole thing is building your resume for college.
Yeah.
And so if you're applying for a certain major or program and you have some of that work experience, it's going to help you, achieve your goals.
Do they get to choose which area they want to try out?
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we have a number of opportunities that we can, help them with.
Give
But
them
if-
some suggestions.
If they have ideas of their own, they can pursue them on their own. Families have the opportunity to collaborate in the process.
Okay.
And as a result, there's a lot of different types of opportunities.
Okay, because interestingly, this gets overshadowed sometimes. Is the graduation rate is 100% at Woodward School.
That's right.
And the continuing education rate is also 100%.
That's right.
It's astounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have really bright, smart girls that know they want to go to college,
Yes.
and they work really hard, every day. They love coming to school. Their teachers love what they do, and they're really energetic and enthusiastic about what they teach.
Sure. And they give back too, don't they? Because there is an alumni association as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're lifelong active members of Woodward
Absolutely.
community in one way or another. Yeah. Gretchen, the Lion King is coming to
Lion
Woodward.
King, yes, very exciting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's going to play Simba?
Not me.
No.
It's our spring musical.
Okay.
And all the students are participating in some way. They've been working on it for many weeks
Okay.
and are really excited. So some students are in the production and other kids are creating the puppets and the scenery. And then other students are working on lighting and sound and that sort of thing. The productions are going to be on May 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Okay.
The May 19th and 20th are at 7 p.m. and the 21st they're at 2 p.m.
Okay. And these are open to the public?
They
as well?
are open to the public.
Very nice.
Get tickets on our website.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And in the short time we have left, there's a fundraiser this Sunday, actually, for the Turkish earthquake victims that we should let
Yes.
folks know about. Yeah.
Yeah. So after the earthquake in Turkey and Syria, the week after, we recognized that this was a huge crisis, and there was a lot of people affected by it. So our girls started collecting supplies to send to Turkey. We started with baby food and medical supplies, and then we started collecting blankets and other supplies that were needed, and we were bringing them twice a week to the consulate, Turkish consulate in Boston, and we were shipping those directly to the epicenter. We're having this fundraiser to support earthquake survivors and raise some money to get them supplies they need. And so from 2 to 6 o'clock on Sunday, they're going to have Turkish music and Turkish food.
Okay.
And you're invited, Joe.
Thank you.
So come on down.
Thank
It's
you.
going to be a lot of fun.
Okay. I know that you've got help from the Rotary Club and also Quincy Asian Resources to help put this together.
Yes.
And obviously the students and staff are helping out as well. So
That's right.
a lot going on.
Yes.
Yeah. So good to talk to you both. Really appreciate it.
Thank
Always
you so
a-
much.
Always a pleasure.
Likewise. When you come back, we'll have to talk about the Quincy Scholarship because we didn't have time today. Get that in there real quick.
Next time, we'll focus on that.
We will. We do have time to check the forecast for you for the rest of the day today. Get out and enjoy it because it's going downhill after today. Sun and clouds around 60 for a high, mid-40s this evening. The clouds bring with them rain tomorrow with showers in the afternoon, highs in the low 50s, maybe some thunder around here on Sunday afternoon, the high in the mid-50s. May Day on Monday, not bad, turning sunny with the high in the upper 60s. Thanks again to Alex McGay, Gretchen Peterson for joining us from the Woodward School. Thank you to our crew. Thank you for watching. Speaking of Monday here on this program, Mike Shanahan and Stacy Campbell of Maria Drost Counseling Services will be joining us. Meantime, head to our website. It's qatv.org. You will find our latest programs there. There's news and information, video on demand, live streaming, much more. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great weekend.